teams 1-0, both teams going to the national championship. Everybody's feeling good. Take it away, guys.
We're feeling good. We're
Yes,
going
sir.
to the national championship.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so now we've moved on from last night's win and started to prepare for Trinity, and a team that's really tough, really physical, really athletic, has had a great year. So we'll do our normal mid-game UAA trip day, which includes some restoration and getting on the court a little bit and getting these guys ready to play for tomorrow. So we're excited to be here, and now we're focused on Trinity.
Does having that template for the off day help?
Absolutely, absolutely. We've done this 6 times already, so it's a little easier than doing the back-to-back, which were the first 2 weekends. So these guys are used to this grind, and we'll be ready to go tomorrow at 4.
Were you tempted to get on an airplane and go to some other city?
That's true. It is nice to sleep in the same place for 2 nights in a row. But yeah, the UAA grind is probably a little bit more difficult, actually.
The day off here is relatively new. How important is that just for strategy and planning to have this extra day and not be playing the game today?
It's very helpful. It's very helpful, especially when you in these Final Four games. I imagine most years they're super competitive, grinded out games, and that's what ours was. So that extra day of rest just to get the legs right, get the mind right, and then get an extra day of preparation. This practice and our shoot around, and get to watch a little bit of film with the guys to get them ready for tomorrow.
Big for our players here. So, yep.
Just for Tristan, I was wondering what your experience has been like in Division III. So coming from the Division I level now almost into a full season, what this whole thing has been like and your impressions of NCAA Division III.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Obviously, the biggest change for me is just like getting that on-court time and being able to play. But I've been very impressed. I mean, like the traveling for our UAA trips is very similar. Like flying like that, I think we at NYU are treated very well at the Division III level. From like on-court stuff to the travel, the itinerary, the lifting. I've absolutely loved it. I mean, I think Coach talked about before, just there's a real purity of the game here, and guys who really love the game, and I very much see that in my teammates and guys I'm playing against. So it has been an awesome experience, and I'm glad I used that 5th year.
For any of you guys, like what did you see out of Trinity? I mean, obviously you're not going to give us the game plan, but what are the areas of like focus that you want to make sure you're paying attention to?
I would say initially, their defense is exceptional. They scramble really well. So, and I think a key for us this whole tournament, especially against Redlands in this game, just play with boys. I think it's always like part of the message, and I think that's going to be extra important come tomorrow.
Is there a team that remind you of that you played this year?
Their defense reminds me of ourselves a little bit. I think we're very good on the defensive end, scrambling. We double coming out of those doubles, dirty ball screens. So that'd be my comparison on defense.
Harrison, any team that reminds you of? Hampton, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Not particular. Like they hit on the head. I mean, like they're a super athletic, talented team. That's why they're here. I mean, we're two teams left for a reason. So we're starting to go in and preparing discipline.
Tristan, we heard rumors there were some stitches last night. You doing all right?
I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. Yeah. No, I took care of what I needed to take care of. I'm ready to go. I'm pretty sure that play in the foul was on me, but that's all right. But yeah, I'm great. I'm excited for tomorrow.
Similar question for Brock. Your transfer situation coming from one great league to another, but very different leagues. What has this been like going from Cal-U to NYU?
Yeah, it's very different. Firstly, I'll talk about what you talked about earlier with the travel. I think that's a super great experience to have. I feel comfortable right now playing Thursday, resting in a different city in a new place in Fort Wayne where I've never been before, and then playing the next day. That feels really comfortable. Whereas if I was still in the sky playing at Cal Lutheran, we don't really do that. We come home the night of every game because we're driving to every game. So I think that playing the UAA and getting that experience is going to be a lot more comfortable right now.
For any of you guys have never seen or played Trinity before, but you've seen plenty of the NESCAC. Just what's your experience been playing against this particular conference?
Well, as our friend over here, Coach Painter, pointed out, we haven't played Trinity since
19-20 season.
which is wild.
I wasn't even
They're not that far from us. That's a very surprising stat. But the NESCAC is similar to the UAA, where you have really tough teams, really physical teams. So, so yeah, even though we haven't seen them, we played against Williams, and we usually play one or two NESCAC teams. We played against Con College this year. So I think in that regard, it's similar to a UAA game because we've had a lot of those, obviously. So even though we haven't seen Trinity in 100 years, we have seen something like that just by playing some NESCAC teams and obviously the UAA teams.
And that was straight out. Great job on the records at NYU.
I'm just curious, Dave, just in philosophy approaching a game like this, are you looking more at the things they're doing you want to stop, or are you looking at things that might be potential, trips for you guys? Like, are you focusing more on what they're doing, or what you guys need to do?
We're always going to focus primarily on us. That's what we do. We're going to do what we do, and then we'll make a tweak here or there to try and adjust to who they are. But we've said it all year, these guys, they're going to play, and we're going to give them the freedom to play. They're going to play how they do. They're going to play together, unselfish and hard. And I assume Trinity's going to do the same. But yeah, we won't game plan too much in one day. We'll do what we've been doing all year.
Anybody else? We're feeling good about NYU coverage? All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Hopping by.